Good evening, everybody. It's 10 minutes after 10 on Monday night. Brian didn't have to work today, so he was home. And I went, after he brought Spencer home, I was dismantling the crates that big giant cabinet came in. He goes, "What are you going to do? You going to throw those away and just have this wood separate from the screws and stuff?" I said, "No, I'm saving the hardware. That's expensive. If you have to go to the hardware store and buy L brackets and clamps and things, those are expensive." He thinks I'm silly and stupid. Wait till he wants to build a birdhouse or something with Spencer and they need just those kind of things. I'm not going to be crazy and save all of it, but I'm going to save enough of it that would save us. Or maybe put it in a bag, and we're going to eventually have a yard sale, either here or at Ashley's sister's house. And something like that, a big bag of hardware, people will like, they'll buy that. That sure saves you from buying things like $1.90 or $3 a piece or whatever. Just a big bag for like $2, It's going to save them a lot of money. Brian thinks I'm crazy. But if we weren't going to have a sale or something, I'd end up saving just what I needed or thought we'd need in the future and then pitch the rest. But yeah, I was doing that, and Brian said, "Do you want to go to the park with us?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I stopped what I was doing, and we went to the park. And when we got there, we were the only people. I mean, there were other people like picnicking or playing badminton or something. But then little kids started coming and playing, and there was a little autistic girl that was 3 years old, but she acted more like 1.5 to 2. And when her daddy took her down on the slide, and we clapped for her when she made it to the bottom, and she smiled. I'm trying to teach kindness to everybody from Spencer, but Spencer was kind of tired. He was kind of grouchy, and "Do we have to wait for those people to go down the slide? Oh, do we?" Say, yes. Patience is a hard thing to learn. I said, even grown-ups. And the daddy looked at me and goes, "Mm-hmm. Yeah." Wearing my Canadian muscle shirt. I got muscle under that fat, Mm-hmm. I've been feeling extra silly and wonderful. I am talking to a new person. I hope it's the real person. I don't know that for sure. But he seems like the kind of person I'd like to hang out with and create mischief with. And they're a musician. And I seem to get along really well with musical people. They told me they're collaborating with another musician that I really adore. And I hope so. I hope so, because that would just send me to heaven. It would just be wonderful. I still have to look at all the dates and places in Germany that Max Rob has a tour. Write them all down. Look at a map of Germany. See which one's close to the airport, or see which one is a small enough venue that the tickets are cheaper. Or like Berlin, you can get around everywhere with the S-Bahn or the U-Bahn, the metro train or the underground train or whatever. You can get everywhere. I don't know if I'd have to have someone with me, because I don't have the courage to do all that. If it's something very, very, very simple, very close by, even if there's not much going on in that town, it would just be somewhere else, and I'd get to see Max Raab. And who knows? Depends on where it is. I might actually get to, if nothing else, talk to my pen pal of many, many years, 54 years, I think. He and I have been pen pals for like 54 years, long before computer. He's a Kassel fan, Kassel Huskies. It's football, soccer. It'd be cool to meet him finally and say hi. I don't know. I know they're playing in Hamburg, and I know a family in Hamburg. Our exchange student that we had, his family lives in Hamburg, but I don't really want to I don't know. I Berlin's a huge town. It's got all kinds of things to see, but I don't feel comfortable in giant places. That's daydreaming. Let's get back to reality. I went to rehearsal. How long was it? About 45 minutes or something. Ran through my lines, and he wanted to see if I had them memorized for one thing and how I delivered my lines for another. He wanted to see my entrance and the things that I do when I enter. I turn the lights off and turn them off again, and then I sneak in, and there's various things that I do. And he wanted to see how well I moved through the whole thing. I wore my mask, and he said, "Will you be wearing your mask tomorrow because one of the other actors is immune deficient or whatever?" And I said, "Sure, no problem." He said, "Do you think that you're well enough?" And I said, "Yeah. I only have like residual sinus drainage down my throat that I cough once in a while. Other than that, I'm fine. I've been cleaning and disinfecting everything around here. All the underwear that when I didn't quite make it to the bathroom in time." There was a pile. Being honest, I'm a human. I'm not some plastic YouTube person that gets money and touts this and touts that. You won't find that on my channel. If you ever have a commercial in the middle of my vlog, I'd kind of like to know, but I don't think I'm popular enough. I don't care either. I do it for my own mental health and well-being. And there's a lot of unrest mentally lately in this country because of the government or whatever you want to call it. It's really a shame. People are falling apart. Even just within a family, people are falling apart. And I don't like that. It's very sad. This country is supposed to be a welcoming, warm, come here, let me give you a pat on the back type of place. Now, Canada's kind of like that. And that's why I like Canada a lot. But they live where the weather gets really nasty cold. So you have to get along with your neighbors. Otherwise, you'll die. 40 below. And 40 below Celsius, centigrade, and 40 below Fahrenheit is the same. Now, you pee your pants, your pants are going to go crack and fall off. Oh, brother, Shirley. Anyway, I bought some electrolyte Gatorade on the way home, and some fabric softener for more laundry, and some linguine, because I use that instead of spaghetti, because it's wider and it holds more sauce or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you put on there, it holds more. So, yeah, and I bought some grapes. Some red grapes. I just kind of need something. I didn't want to buy too many because I am not that big on fruit. But I love vegetables. I don't care for Brussels sprouts, though. Cabbage is okay, depending. If I make bohemian food and have fried cabbage with bacon and all that, it's okay. But I don't like Brussels sprouts. But if you're making vegetable soup and it calls for some cabbage and you don't want to buy a whole head of cabbage, you use a couple Brussels sprouts and chop them up, and it'll give you the same flavor. That's a vegetable soup tip from me. Spencer played Mahjong on my phone. He loves that game. Basically, it's different tiles, and you match them up and make points. And then you get further down the line, and they cover up some of the tiles with green. You click on the green, and it shows you what the tile is. And then you have to remember if you saw another one just like it to match it up. It's a game of concentration, basically. He's really, really, really observant and very good at that. The little guy, he was running around like he was on fire today. And we went to the playground, and there were some little kids, and they were having a really good time. Spencer was kind of tired, though. He was crabbing. Oh, I don't have to wait for them to climb the ladder. I want to go down the slide. I said, well, it's a lesson you have to learn. I said, even grown-ups have to learn that. I already mentioned that. So I'll have some Gatorade, maybe a couple grapes or something, and head off to bed. And get up tomorrow and keep memorizing my lines. Tomorrow's rehearsal is at 5:45. Is that right? Yeah. But it's okay if we all can make it. And if we all make it, it'll be the first rehearsal where everyone's been there, which is going to seem strange. They started putting the set together while I was home recuperating. It's painted blue and has sliding doors. They're not, still, with all the week that they had to fix things up, it's not ready. If I was on the set crew, I would have it all built by now. It'd be perfect. But I love building the scenery and stuff, so I would have had it done. This farting around stuff. But, and this is a big but, I don't want to complain. I just want to exist. I have laundry to put away before I even crawl in the bed, unless I put it back in a basket. Lots of laundry to put away, and then trying to figure out where things go around here. It's a very, very small space, and anything out of place makes it look like a tornado came through here. And I've been itching to get back to the piano or the organ and start playing again. The little guy, when I'll watch him next Monday. I want everything nice and cleaned up around here so that he can come over and play the organ with me. He just delights in music, and that makes me so happy inside. Because he doesn't talk, really. I heard him say Nana, 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 which is what they call me instead of Grandma, Nana. I heard him say Nana, and he doesn't really talk. I said, I know what you want, but other people might not know what you want. So you will have to learn how to communicate with them. If you don't say words, make a song. So he has different songs for things that he wants, different tunes and melodies. Is that the coolest thing? That is the coolest thing. I love those kids. That little one is just such a doll. He gets that light, like someone turns a light on in his brain. And I'm delighted he loves music. I could not live without it. If I don't wake up with a song in my head, then it's going to be kind of a sad day until I find one and put it in there. Well, let's see. How long have I blithered? Oh my gosh, 13-something minutes. So I'm going to call it a night. It's a night. And everyone, take care. Please stay well. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Love one another, even if you don't agree with them politically. This country is great not used to be, is. This country is great because of all the different people and ideas and foods and cultures. We all learned how to get together. We know how to do it. Don't let someone tell you that we don't. I love you guys. I'm glad you're there. Take care so we can go upward and onward.